All right. Good morning. Good morning. I know it's later, like an hour later than when I normally start. But I think what I'm gonna do on Fridays is not do it until 6:30, so I can get an extra hour of sleep because you're gonna be tired too, and waking up early is not always the best thing to do. So maybe Fridays and Saturdays at 6:30 instead of 5:30, but the rest of the week 5:30 because I have to get up and get the kids stuff ready. Sound like a plan? I think it's a plan. So we're still on time. Yay, yay, yay. And we are starting off with a verse from Ephesians 5:15 and 17. And we do have somebody coming in this morning. So after I'm done reading, she's going to come in and she is going to discuss some of these questions with us. And you're going to get to know this lovely lady. So thank you. All right. So it says, therefore, pay careful attention to how you conduct your life. Live wisely, not unwisely. Use your time well, for these are evil days. So don't be foolish, but try to understand what the will of the Lord is. And then let's get ready to read. So the devotion says, every May my parents rent a beach house on Hilton Head Island for a big family vacation. The water is still a little chilly in late May, but not too chilly for the younger grandchildren. They grab surfboards and floats and jump right on in. Within a matter of minutes, the current has taken them yards down the beach, but the drift is so gentle they don't even notice. Only the parents waving like maniacs from the shore remind them to walk back to the beach safely. This isn't just a beach phenomenon, though, is it? It happens in real life, too. When we stop paying attention, we drift, and the forces on our time will always pull us towards more, not margin. So just like us adults waving the kids back to the beach to safety, we would be wise to recognize the signs that our calendars are drifting towards danger. In his letter to the Ephesians, the Apostle Paul offers a warning. Be careful how you walk. He was aware that when we lift our feet and allow the current of society to carry us, we drift into negative directions. Before we know it, we are treading in the dangerous waters of exhaustion, overcommitment, and short-temperedness. What does it look like when you've drifted too far? When you've squeezed all of the breathing room out of your schedule? Are there some warning signs that can help you identify the calendar drift? Before it leads to those dangerous waters, spend some time really answering those questions today. Learning to say no before your calendar is out of control is far less painful than having to back out or tough your way through too many obligations. Let's be careful how we walk and avoid those dangerous drifts. Next week is one of them dangerous waters, exhaustion and overcommitment weeks. I looked at it the other day and I was like, good God, what did I do? I think I just said yes to a whole bunch of appointments, client meetings, and wasn't really thinking. So right now I'm trying to figure out how to maneuver things around and still get everybody taken care of, which is crazy. I don't see her popped in yet. So, I don't want to answer any of these questions yet. Maybe I can answer them for myself and then, ask her when she pops in. So, let me go. How's everybody doing this morning? Is everybody doing okay? What's going on? How has your week been? It's Friday. We went through 4 work days. Has anybody made you mad? Or how have you been starting off your day? Have you noticed anything within your first 15 minutes that identify? She just popped in, you guys. Perfect time, man. All right, let me go to these banners. All right, you guys. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey.
I was like, she ain't popped in yet. Now I gotta entertain everybody. But you got the questions right. So you ready? We got to this part. I'm gonna start asking you questions. Everybody heard this lady is Tanea Chantrell. She is the CEO of Surreal Self Defense. Let me show you. I found her banner, and I'm gonna be real professional with this. Look at this. Look.
Oh.
Oh. So for all your self-defense needs and gun training, message her. Her website is on there, and also you could just go to her page. And I think that she's preferring you go to her page and set up things right now, um, and check her out because the classes are fun, like really fun. And I've been to two, and so in the next month or so, I should be certified. Shout out to Tanea, making sure that I've got my certification because I'm out here being ratchet sometimes.
Bad it.
So let's get to the questions. All right. So the first question is, all right, do you have it where you could see it too?
Is it what you're
Yeah.
putting on the screen?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's the one. Okay, so it says take a minute to identify a few ways you might inadvertently be misusing your time. So, like the options are social media, binging on television, digital games, taking editing photos and posting photos, online shopping, email, and then gossip magazines. Like, what do you think are some of your ways that you misuse your time?
Social media is definitely my number one. Um, it's a lot of times, especially when I'm at work, don't tell them. There's a lot of things I could be doing, and I just be on my phone scrolling. And sometimes I catch myself. I'll go to my phone to send, supposed to be sending an email, supposed to be sending a text, and next thing I know, I'm on Facebook, and I be
Like,
scrolling like, how did I end up on Facebook?
I be like, Jamie, what was you supposed to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get on it, and you know you click the FB on a little like app, but you really supposed to be doing something completely different. Then you go, oh
Yes,
yeah, but it's too late. You know what I'm saying? Like you got now you're busy. Now you're busy.
right,
So
right. I'm real. I'm a procrastinator too. Like in my mind, I've done it 1,000 times, but actually physically doing it like happens 10 minutes before the work most times.
I love your
And I,
honesty.
I use that excuse like everybody else, like I just work better under pressure. No, I don't.
Mm-mm.
I just
No,
only know how to work under pressure because I keep putting myself under pressure. I probably could work better not under pressure.
right? Be more effective, right? And not less
Yeah.
stressed out and have that face like I didn't do it again. I know. I
Yes. But
know.
I'm old school social media. I was like when Facebook first came out, I wasn't really on
Mm.
Facebook. I never was on MySpace, but I got addicted to media takeout. I don't know if y'all know media takeout back in the day. Yeah, I would have an 8 hour shift. I'd be on media takeout just reading comments, folks going back and forth because they used to go at it for like 6.5 hours of my shift. I
Just
would be caught up just reading comments. Like, and that was in the like mid, like 2004, 2005
wait. No, I didn't.
era. So this social media thing has been a problem for a while.
Right, right. I think we all have it because I was like, I'm not touching that phone today, right? But I be touching the phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just
Oh yeah.
so let's get to the next question. All right. It says, how much time have you spent on these pastimes in the last 24 hours? Be honest.
Man, I just got off of listening to some Instagram live before I got on here. All the way to my way to work. I'm either on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
getting Pastor Darby, get my word in, hashtag Bedside Baptist, don't play. Um, but yeah, but really in the last 24 hours, because I got a trip. I'm leaving work today to go on. So I had to focus. I had to hone in. I had class last night. So it was just one thing after another. So I try to use my social media time to post business stuff.
Okay.
When I've been on the past 24 hours. And then I was getting my hair did. I won't say
Mm-hmm.
by who. And and that's always good conversation. So that's one time I'm really never on my phone or social media is
That's
when I'm
true.
getting my hair done with you.
Yeah, that's true. That me too. Like I thought about that too. Like if I kept my calendar, like my schedule full for the day, I probably would never be on here until the end of the day. Because yesterday I had messages. I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" But like by that time I was exhausted. It was
Right, right. Like I ain't got time for
I'm
Facebook.
like, "Dang, what's going on? I missed it." But all right. So next question. Next question. It says, think back to the last time you were frazzled from too much going on. Which of these do you find yourself doing when your calendar is short on breathing room? Driving too fast, crying, yelling, hurry up, missing important events, losing your patience with loved ones, being unable to get started on anything, avoiding snapping on people. Avoiding
If
or
you
snapping on people.
if you just take out driving real fast, everything else
Yeah. Yeah, like I
is
was
where I'm
like,
at.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize I was going to do that because I'm overwhelmed.
Yes, and that's what especially, losing patient with loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
Poor babies, the children just catch it
Get it.
when,
Right.
it's everybody else's fault. I got 50 million things to do and you can't do one. It's like you got 50 million things to do because you chilled. You was on social media for the last 3 days instead of packing for this trip. Now you mad at the kids.
Yesterday when you left, I was like, why is this house a mess? Y'all always make I was like, what is going on?
Yes. So
We're
that
back.
snapping on folks, avoiding people, all the above. Crying is when it's just at the end. And
Yeah.
you just done had it and you just be like, I just can't do this anymore. I'm tired. I'm
Right.
sick of doing this by myself. But we
I
don't
need
trust nobody to help us.
there you go. And that's it too. That's the problem. Like what? Girl, I can't believe you said that. That is a real problem. Like not trusting nobody to help you. But it's hard, right? Like we keep talking about it. It's hard to find anybody to love your projects the way you do.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I think a lot of it too is because we're approaching people because we usually attract who we are. So
Mm-hmm.
if we're overwhelmed and our calendars aren't good and we trying to take on too many things, we're asking people that don't say no, probably when they should.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, yeah, I got you. Because they just don't want to say no. And they know they probably going home through that list we just went through. They crying, they snapping. Because now they like, now I got to help Jamie. Now I got to
Right,
help Tina. Why they always ask me?
right.
So we
That's
have to learn to say no. But we have to stop asking people that we know are as equally busy.
see, I didn't think about that. Now that was a good observation. I didn't think about now I gotta go through my mental calendar and be like, do I be doing that? I be asking people that I know are busy too.
You know why? Because we see the accomplishments of people and that they get things done. So you be like, oh, so and so a go getter. Oh, so and so get things done, and they probably getting things done right at the last minute, just like we are. And we make it look good and we make it look easy, but we
Yeah.
done cry, we done beat our kids, we done lost our best friend and broke up with our man, like
Yeah, all in the same
But we on
day.
social media like this,
Just like that, like
successful.
oh, right, when we're
Business
our
is
skin is
going good. Business is booming. Knowing you tired.
tired. And but our hair's combed, right? And our skin's glowing. And
Only if you got that J butter in your life.
only. Only. But if you
Only.
don't know, you
For the busy woman, you need J butter in your life. You need some braids, and then you need the scalp regimen.
yeah, because your whole life changed. But you're still gonna be too busy for the rest of your life though.
Oh
And
yeah.
that's the problem. That man, we gotta do better. We got one more question. Are you ready?
One more question. I'm ready.
All right. What can you use as a warning sign that your calendar has drifted and is getting too full, considering the things you have just marked? What can you do?
Ooh. Well, one thing, the regimen, the Jay's Butter regimen that I do choose to do in the mornings, is my time where is my mirror time. I like to do affirmations, try to get myself just in that mode. Um, and I think at that time, use those moments for those moments. I
Okay.
know a lot of us, our minds race. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we're constantly thinking about the next thing. I'm going to Atlanta this weekend, and I got to go to Wisconsin next weekend. I know I got to work every day in between that, by the time I get back. And I've thought about that so much that I'm super tired. Like I'm just
Oh,
mentally exhausted. You know what I
yep.
mean? And I haven't even taken action on these things, just knowing this is coming up, this is coming up, this is coming up, this is coming up. I'm like, when am I going to fit all of this in?
Hey,
And just one thing the regimen has kind of helped me do is one thing at a time.
yes.
This whole, I don't know who sold us on this multitasking BS. We are not built like that.
I'm not, and because I
Yeah.
messed up. Like something gonna get messed up with me doing too many things, or somebody gonna feel neglecting. It's usually the kids.
Yep.
You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Or you say yes to stuff to your kids when you be like, "What did I tell you? You could do that." When you was multitasking,
Right. Right.
right?
And I blame computers
Yeah,
because we learned how to master having so many windows up and so many things, this going on over here. I got this screen up, I got this screen up, and our lives mimic that.
yeah,
We're just on that algorithm of in our corner to corner class, how it made you map out your 24 hours.
yeah. I didn't do
Then
it.
you realize you had like, okay, we did it. And, we answered, how much time to eat, how much time with your kids, how much time for your business. And then you end up with 36 hours. You like, wait a minute, it's only 24. Like, how did
Right.
I how did I come up with 30? I'm doing 36 hours worth of stuff a day in a
Yeah,
24-hour time frame.
yeah, I
That's
didn't do
too
it.
much.
Yeah, I didn't do it because I didn't want to have the reality of that I was doing too much. Does that
It
make
was a
sense?
harsh reality.
Yeah. So I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, let me just avoid this part of the work. And I'm being honest, right?
It was a lot of that stuff in that class is a reality check. Like,
Yeah, because
wait
the
a
rest of
minute.
it hurt my feelings. Like I was like, no, I'm not doing it right now. But I think I'm going
Yeah.
to because I got to figure out what, especially on my Wednesdays and Thursdays, why I'm so overwhelmed on those days.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not supposed to
Yeah.
do that.
Go back to the week one lesson and do your 24 hours. And
Um,
it made me start trying to eliminate things or say, okay, I literally need to schedule things. I'm just
yes,
going. You know what I mean? I'm
yes,
not, it's not there's no rhyme or reason to my daily schedule. It's just
right.
like I know I have to do these four things. I'll fit them in sometime today,
Yeah,
instead of at this time I'm doing this, at this time I'm doing that. So and these are hard habits to unlearn,
yeah. Because we've been doing
like
it badge for so long. Because
and feeling successful and overwhelmed. I'm trying to be successful without being overwhelmed.
right. I think I said something like my first week where I was becoming successful and miserable at the same time.
Mm,
And that was not where I wanted to be. Was like, okay, business is booming, but I'm miserable. Like I'm not happy right now, and I'm
mm,
taking it on everybody. Like it's not just
yeah.
one person; it's everybody getting it. And so,
Yes. 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 Happiness is definitely a higher frequency, a
mm-hmm.
higher currency than money.
Yes,
Because like I said, if you're being successful, how are you really successful if you're not happy? You
right,
know what I mean? Like, because that passion has run out. If you're miserable and doing the work when you started off passionate, that's how you built it to where you are because of the passion. But again, not trusting people and not knowing how to build a proper team, you become everything. And then
yeah,
it's like, I want to be the self-defense instructor or the firearms instructor. I don't want to be the accountant. I don't want to be the marketer. I don't want to be,
I
the errand runner for the business, the personal assistant. But you have to be all those things.
mm-hmm.
And that's where I think a lot of the frustration kicks in is when you have to take on the task of the parts of the business that you really
Right.
don't love to do, you
No,
know,
not at all.
because I'm
Right.
tired of posting on social media. I'm not gonna lie.
I want somebody to do it for me.
Right. I want to take a break from social media, but I'm like, but I gotta post for my business.
Right. And I just I don't know if you remember in the beginning of my business, I would shut my whole thing down. Like when it would get too much, I would shut my page down, my actual like business page, everything would be just gone one day. And people be like, what happened? But I realized I was messing up because every time I was building momentum and I got overwhelmed, I would literally shut the momentum down.
Yep. Yep. I do the same thing.
Like,
Success is scary. Like people
mm-hmm.
don't, and then it starts to get ahead of you. And then it's like you're trying to catch up with success. Like that's why I feel like I am. It was like really my website hasn't even dropped yet, y'all, because I'm like, no, I'm already booked. If I
Right.
put that out, they're just gonna be asking, well, when is your next? You know, I'm gonna get all these questions. People are gonna be asking me all these questions. That's my biggest fear. Is like I don't want to answer the same question a million times.
Right.
Because I'll be overwhelmed and like that list said, then I'll start snapping, avoiding people, and they're like, her business is horrible.
Right. And that's what
So
we don't want to happen. It's, you know what I'm saying? Is the like the reviews of like, oh, that she's just got a bad attitude, I'm not dealing with her. But that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Is y'all ask too many questions and I'm only one person.
right. Y'all ask too many questions and you ain't buying nothing. So you like, I need that, then I'm gonna have to charge you for a consultation.
That's where, yeah. And I was told that I need to start doing that because like a lot of that takes up my time. Like I'm consulting majority of my day and then nothing happens. And that's I'll be like, why did you message me then? Especially on my Fridays and Saturdays, you know, I'm work. And that right there, okay, yeah. So that's where the no's come in, right? That's where the
yeah. And you know what we have to do with those people? We have to ask for the sale at that point. Like if you took the time out, like, okay, so what class am I signing you up for? Like you got your card information ready because I basically gave you half the class with all these questions.
Right.
You owe a sister a tip or something.
You can give me something, you know.
Man, you know.
Yeah.
But
I am so happy that you came on. I am.
Yeah. I am too.
Yes, like now
the subject matter is perfect because, and I'm gonna tell on Jamie, y'all, because I love her. I do. I tried to basically tell her no, that I couldn't do it in the morning. And I was like, we'll figure it out. She was like, no. Basically missed me with that. We'll figure it out. And then I was just like, okay, yeah, tomorrow sounds great. I only have to be to work at 7 and have to do all this 6:30. I'm usually driving, but I got you.
But I just knew that time is what we've been talking about even yesterday.
It was perfect.
So I was like, why can't I just have you on here and we just talk about it?
She's just like, talk with the people.
Let them know, let other moms know that you can have a business, you can have kids, you can have a job, you can do it, but it isn't easy. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta map it out. You gotta map it out.
And you have to have that.
I was working on my schedule just for today because last night after I finished my class at 8:30, I had worked. I got my hair done for the first like 5 hours of my day, went straight to work for the next 5 hours, and then I had a 2.5-hour class that mixed in between work and getting off of work. I was driving y'all with my laptop sitting in the front seat, like doing class, doing what you got to do. And I was trying to prepare for today yesterday and finally, and I was tired. I'm not a night person, I'm a morning person. So I was tired. I'm trying to pack. I'm getting frustrated. I'm trying to deal with some other stuff. And finally I was like, why are you pushing yourself so hard to get to Atlanta by 6:00? Like you have nothing to do tomorrow once you get there. Like, so you don't have to be there. It doesn't have to fit into, these times. So I was like, I have time, but I was still trying to rush myself, I want to be packed. I want to leave straight from work. I want to, da, 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 da. And then finally I just got tired and I was like, just threw the clothes all on the bed. I was like, I'm going to bed. I'm just figure it out tomorrow, and I have time to figure it out today, but I wasted an hour and a half going through my closet like this, looking for the same shirt that I don't own. I got the skirt ready, everything, and in my mind I know a shirt I want to wear with this skirt, and I don't own it. But I'm looking in my closet like, I know I got a shirt. I know you don't.
No, you
You got
don't.
this
Just
whole other outfit you could just pack, but you determined to wear this. Like that's when I knew when you said, "What are some, keys that you finna get overwhelmed?" That was it. I start just doing something repetitive that has no end to it. It's not
yeah,
helping nothing. I was supposed to be looking for a pair of shoes, and I'm still
looking for this
for a
shirt.
shirt that don't exist. And now I look for that same shirt today at the store.
Right, because you need to go buy it. Like you've seen it. It
It
exists.
better manifest as much time and energy I put into it yesterday. We manifesting a shirt today.
Yeah, it's gonna get to the store and be like, it's right here. Like this shirt right
It
here.
better be. It better be. Or back to the list. I'm about to snap on somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, don't do that over no shirt tonight. That's crazy.
They're gonna be like, over a shirt.
Yeah, because I couldn't find it and I don't have the look that I want because that's what I want to look like. You know what I'm saying? I
But
get it.
I have to add this. I am an Aquarius. I am a fixed sign. Once we get fixed on something, there is no any other option. There is
Mm.
no, like when I lose my keys or I misplace my keys, I will look where my keys are supposed to be 10 times. Same place, knowing they're not there, but my brain's like, but they supposed to be there. So I'll go right back over there. La 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 la. Why my
That's how
keys ain't right here? So I got a problem, y'all.
you got.
I get fixated on things.
So before we leave out of here, go ahead and like really just do your outro on yourself, your business, so that everybody knows how to reach out to you and get to know Sanaya and Surreal
All
Self
right.
Defense. All right, go.
What's up, everybody? It's Tanea with Surreal Self Defense. Here to help you with all your self defense needs, whether that's with a firearm, with a knife, with your hands, and definitely with your mind. It's not just catered to physical solutions. To even violent problems. A lot of times people are messing with our mental. They set you up with your mind first. You get brainwashed or you just get set up in the trap. So you got to watch out for things like that. We call it situational awareness. And that's really a step one. Getting to know who you are is the biggest defense you got out here. So I am available, not right now. We got our October calendar coming up. And you can just email me at info@Surreal Self Defense or follow Facebook and Instagram at Surreal Self Defense for what's coming up. The website will be dropping soon. Our official launch day is going to be the first weekend in November, and we will be teamed up with Jay's Butter. We have a lot of activities. I believe this is my first time saying what it is. That Friday, we're going to do an active shooter training at a church. That Saturday, we're going to do youth and women's self-defense classes. And that Sunday, we'll have firearm classes. And I'm trying to put together a family fall festival. So we're going to do a big, please support. But even if you don't come to me for your self-defense needs, make sure you have some type of plan in place, especially if you live at home by yourself or with your children, you're a single parent. Make sure you have a strategy, not just that you will fight, that if somebody kicking your door, if somebody's lurking around your house, or your kids are out and somebody's acting funny around them, that they know what to do, that you know how to handle that. So that is important. We always talk about self-love, self-respect, self-discipline, self-this, self-that, but a lot of people don't talk about self-defense. And self-defense is self-love in action. So y'all check me out. It's a real self-defense. And we'll get you right. We will get you right. So y'all have a great, wonderful, prosperous, non-busy day today. It's Friday, baby. We heading into the weekend and we just gonna manifest all our goals.
Oh, good. And thank you so much, Sanaya, for
We
coming.
still popping collars around here. We still popping collars.
Right.
Just pop your imaginary collar. Y'all seen Jamie trying to pop. She like, oh, I gotta.
Yeah, I was like, I got. You caught that, and then I was like, I can't do it.
I seen you.
I know. So I have a good weekend, okay, and drive safe.
Oh yeah,
let me know.
I definitely will. I got my hair regimen stuff packed. We ready.
Okay.
So y'all stay hydrated out there and make sure you get all your J Butters products because it works. It works, no doubt.
No doubt. I'm gonna let you go. Get to work, girl.
I know, right?
Yeah, because I work
Deuces.
longer. Bye. All right. Hopefully that was really informative for you guys. Super appreciative of Tanea coming through. I'm gonna try to have a guest a week to just go through it and just so that you guys can get other takes other than mine. You know what I'm saying? Because we are all in this together and we all want things in life. And I think it is the best way to just share what we're going through so that you guys have a realistic idea of how to get there, right? So again, be mindful of your time. Join me again tomorrow morning for day 4 of our devotion and breathing room. Our subject is time and how to manage it. I love you guys. Don't forget to be good to people and spread joy and love, and that everybody needs love and coffee. Have a great day.